Prayers are pouring in tonight for President Jimmy Carter. The 98-year-old is now in hospice care. The end of his political career 43 years ago has ties to a Bay Area city where he made a last-minute campaign stop in his bid for re-election. Polk County Bureau reporter Stacy DeSilva joins us live from the RP Funding Center in Lakeland with details on that very visit. Hi, Stacy.
Hi, Josh. The year was 1980. President Carter came here to rally voters. At the time, it was called the Lakeland Civic Center. He would lose re-election a few days later, but earlier that year, he honored a Lakeland native for her service. Inside this frame is a photograph, a letter, and a small golden peanut gifted by former peanut farmer and President Jimmy Carter to Lakeland native Captain Mary Pruitt. Captain Pruitt, who passed away last year, spent her career in the U.S. Air Force. During the Carter administration, she served as White House social aide, escorting the president's visitors of state, including the Pope. In the letter to Captain Pruitt obtained by the Lakeland Public Library, President Carter writes he and his wife are, quote, grateful for your fine service. It was dated May 30th, 1980. 5 months later, President Carter would visit Captain Pruitt's hometown on one of his last campaign stops for re-election. Records from the Jimmy Carter Library show he landed in Lakeland at 11:03 a.m. on October 31st, 1980. A photograph captures him being greeted by then Mayor Carrie Oldham. He then holds a rally for Carter Mondale supporters at the Lakeland Civic Center. His campaign stop in Lakeland could have ended in tragedy if it were not for the help of Lakeland police officer Edgar Pickett Jr., who, according to the Lakeland Public Library, worked with the FBI to identify a local suspect in a threat to assassinate Carter. By 1:38 p.m. that day, Air Force One took off to Memphis, and soon after, President Carter's post-political career began. In 1984, he and his wife Rosalind first volunteered with Habitat for Humanity, and they would continue to do so well into their 90s until 2020. As Carter begins hospice care, Habitat for Humanity writes, quote, "We pray for his comfort and for their peace, and that the Carter family experiences the joy of their relationships with each other and with God in this time." And Mayor Oldham, the one that greeted President Carter at the airport, tells News Channel 8 she also visited the White House on President Carter's invitation, and a former employee here at the Lakeland Civic Center, as it was called at the time, who also visited with the president when he was here, tells me the visit was a special and wonderful day. Reporting live in Lakeland, I'm Stacy DeSilva. 8 on your side.